I'm first, woohoo!
Ha, you got here second? Be quick next time, Pepega.
Hydrate, bitch!
everyone, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday, welcome in. Happy anniversary of St. Valentine being tortured and executed, because that's what Valentine's Day is. Most people don't know that because instead it's become a consumerist thing to sell chocolate and make single people feel terrible, but that is what Valentine's Day actually is. It is the anniversary of St. Valentine's death on the day that he was tortured and then publicly executed by the Catholic Church for marrying people in secret and then not telling the Catholic Church who he married. Yay! So yes, happy Wednesday, y'all. How are you doing today? Any interesting things have happened? Goose, thank you for redeeming first, second, and here. Welcome in. And there's the 2 hydrates. I'm gonna hold off on the hydrates for a little bit because I just brushed my teeth. And I'm trying to let the mouthwash set. But I'll drink it in like 5 minutes. 3. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the lurk, Goose. Phoenix, hello! Listen to this. Your TikTok is sponsored? Sponsored by who? That's awesome! Congratulations! Get that money! That's lit. Thank you for the lurk, Goose. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that you're having a rough day. But yeah, so I've had a kind of interesting day today. I was considering trying to do my face paint stream today because I actually owe you guys 2 because I have been slacking. I woke up relatively early, and by early I mean around 11 a.m. because in 2 weeks from yesterday, my dog Cleo has a vet appointment to get some shots done. And because last time did not go well at all, despite us heavily drugging her beforehand, she still was so anxious it broke through the drugs, and I was the only one she would let close enough to do anything. And they ended up, instead of using needles, they ended up doing like either oral or the type of vaccine that you shove up their nose, and I had to give her vaccines because I was the only one that she would let close enough, even though she was heavily drugged to try and abate this anxiety so that this wouldn't happen. So they said that the next time she has to come in for an appointment, what we should do is we should start taking her in the like a couple days throughout the year, or especially leading up to an appointment, and just have her go in, and then the people who work there will give her treats and love her and just pet her and give her lots of love to try and make her not stressed when she is there for medical reasons. And hopefully they'll be able to give her shots. So I wake up and my mom and I get the dogs in the car, and then we're driving on our way there. And as soon as, because there's a freeway and one way goes to the vet's office and the other way goes to the beach and the park. And she's intelligent enough that I noticed that her tail stopped wagging as soon as we got on the freeway going this way to the vet. I think she knew from that moment. But as soon as we got out of the car, she was still like wanting to run around and sniff. And then we walk up to the vet's office and I open the door and she walks through, freezes, and immediately tries to back out. And I'm like, no, we're going in. We're going in. We're doing this. And so We have the dogs in, and she is so scared. She is so stressed that she is panting and her tail is tucked. And when the receptionist came over and tried to give her a treat, she wouldn't eat it. She wouldn't eat the treat. She was so stressed that she just like turned away and like cowered behind me. And so I took the treat and I handed it to her, and she like took it in her mouth, then dropped it, and then I handed it to her again, and then she ate it. And then the receptionist put a treat on the ground in front of her, and she wouldn't eat it until I picked it up and put it back on the ground. And then she ate that one. And then a little while later, the receptionist put another one on the ground, and she ate that one. And then by the end, she would take the treat from the receptionist. But it was like, we were there for like 30 minutes before she would even give the receptionist, like, would take food, would take treats from the receptionist. Like, truly ridiculous. My dog is a coward. My dog is a coward. She is ridiculous. So, anyways, I think I'm going to be making that drive several times over the next couple weeks. So hopefully she isn't freaked the fuck out by the time she actually needs to get shots. Axon, hello, welcome in. I was just saying, it's not Single Awareness Day. It is the anniversary of when Saint Valentine was tortured and then publicly executed by the Catholic Church. Yay! Happy that! Right? Romance. So romantic. Gotta love it. Gotta love what commercialism will do to a gory holiday. I guess the romantic part is he was executed because he was marrying people in secret. The Catholic Church in that area wasn't wanting certain people to get married, or there was certain restrictions, and maybe it was costing money and he was doing it for free. Regardless, he was illegally marrying people in secret, and then refused. They tortured him, trying to get him to tell him, like, he was caught, and then they tried to torture him into telling him who the couples he married were, and he refused, and then they publicly executed him. So that's why there's the romance aspect. But it's definitely, like, people don't know that February 14th is when Saint Valentine was publicly executed. That's what we're celebrating. But yeah, happy Wednesday. Happy that. How are you doing? I was just talking about how today I took my bitch of a dog, and I'm saying that in the wimpy way, like scared of everything. You're being a little bitch. And also literally because she is a female dog. We took her to the vet today, not to take her to the vet, because last year when it was time to get her shots, we heavily drugged her with anti-anxiety meds, and her anxiety broke through the meds to the point where we weren't able, like, there's the, like, needle shots that they can give dogs that I think is more effective or something, and then there's either oral or, like, the nose version of shots, or of their vaccines, and we ended up needing to switch them all to either the nose or the oral versions of those of those vaccines, because I'm not allowed to use needles, and I was the only one she would allow to get close enough to give her her vaccines. So I gave my dog her vaccines and whatnot last year, because no one else could get close enough to her. And it still took a lot of work, where there was, like, the vets, actually it may have been my mom, I don't know if the vet was comfortable getting close to her. She wasn't growling, but they wouldn't want her to, like, they wouldn't want Cleo to associate her with, or, like, the vets with being pinned down. But she was being, like, pinned down, and it still took a very long time to get her all of her meds. So they said that next time, like throughout the year, but especially leading up to an appointment, I should just start bringing her into the vet so that they can give her lots of love and give her treats so that she'll start associating the vet's office with love and treats and pets and not with strangers touching her in ways that she doesn't like. And also shots. So, today she has an appointment 2 weeks from yesterday, and so I got up at early 11 a.m. and my mom and I drove our dogs over there, and she was so stressed she wouldn't take treats from the receptionist. It was, like, actually ridiculous. They weren't, like, we didn't put her on the scale or anything, we didn't make her do anything. We were just hanging out and letting her wander around and, like, go into the offices, and she had her tail tucked, she was panting heavily, and was, like, so scared that she wouldn't even take treats. She, like, after being there for 30 to 45 minutes, she finally got to a point where she would take treats from the receptionist. But for the most part, she wouldn't even take treats from the receptionist. It was actually ridiculous. How are you doing after she ruined it? Sorry. You're doing okay? Glad to hear it. Your kid is on a father-daughter... Took your kid on a father-daughter date, and you had a great time. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I had a lovely mother-daughter date where we took our dogs to the vet to try and desensitize my dog to the vet, and had limited results. I think we made progress. We need to do it more. And then my mom, on the way back, she asked if I minded if I was okay with staying in the car so she could run some errands at Costco. And I said, sure, no problem. She was like, are you sure? Because we could always drive back home and then I can grab my car and drive to Costco without you or the dogs. And I was like, no, it's okay. No big deal. No reason to do the extra trip. Actually, the morning started with me walking out and her being like, hey, do you want to take my car or your car? And I was like, I mean, either, don't really care. And she was like, okay, and then hesitated. And I was like, you want to take my car because my car is already dirty and you don't want to get dog hair all over your car, huh? And she was like, yeah, kind of. So we traded in my car. Her car gets better gas mileage because it's a hybrid and she gets 168 miles to the gallon, but okay. And so she goes into Costco. On the way there, I was like, after Costco, do you mind if we go to CVS because I need to pick up makeup wipes? I was hoping to, you hate hybrids? I mean, can you really hate a car that gets 168 miles to the gallon? That's so cheap. I would... And so how far was this trip overall? It's not... The vet's office is not close. It's not, like, super, super far, but I want to say that it's... Actually, I didn't put it into maps or anything, but say it's probably 15 miles. And then driving to, Costco, probably another 15 miles, maybe. I didn't drive. My mom drove because she knows the way. But then I also had the car on with the air conditioning running because when we were in the parking lot, because there was no shade, and, you're not supposed to let dogs overheat because they can die. So we needed to leave the AC on. But I asked if we could go to CVS afterwards so that I could get makeup wipes because I was hoping to do a face paint stream today. And I don't have any makeup wipes right now, and I definitely need those to get that grease paint off my face. And she was like, oh, I could get I could get makeup wipes for you while I'm at Costco. We could get it in bulk. And I was like, okay, sure. I'll accept free makeup wipes. And then there was, I guess, an issue or something while she was in Costco because it took her so much long. She was expecting it to be relatively quick, And then she was picking up her prescription for Toby, the other dog. And that took like 15 minutes longer than it was supposed to. And then there was something she needed to do with customer service that took a while. And I think there was like, she had trouble finding certain items. And then there was an issue in the food court because she picked up lunch for us. And it ended up being like 45 minutes when she was expecting it to be 20 minutes at most. And so by the time she gets back to the car, she's super, super stressed. And I'm just like, no worries. We were fine. Like, we're fine. It's okay. And so we're getting ready we're leaving the parking lot. And I was like, oh, by the way, did you remember to pick up makeup wipes? And my mom does not cuss around me unless she's really stressed. She was like, shit! I was like, it's okay, it's okay. And she looked so stressed, she was on the verge of tears. Like, her eyes started watering a little bit. I was like, it's okay, it's not a big deal, it's okay. I'll just pick some up later. She was like, do you need them today? And I like hesitated for half a second and saw how stressed she was. I was like, no, it's not a big deal. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to Costco again tomorrow, a different Costco for a different reason. I'll pick some up tomorrow. And I was like, if you want to, it's not a big deal. It's okay. So anyways, no makeup stream or no face paint stream today. Because I didn't want to make my mom cry. When people go into Costco, it's like they go into some lost city and they never want to. My mom definitely wanted to leave it. She definitely wanted to leave it. She was not having a good time in that Costco. I understand what you mean, though. There's been a couple... I remember when I was younger going to Costco, it was almost like going to a theme park. With all of those samples that they give, and it's, like, super big. There's lots of room to run around, and there's so many things to look at. They got all those exhibits and stuff. But at this point, I think that, yeah. It was the trip to the vet. Did my mom also not take treats from the receptionist? My mom didn't take treats from the receptionist. Toby took treats from the receptionist. I also took treats from the receptionist that I gave to Cleo. But no, I don't think my mom took any treats from the receptionist. Not because she was scared, though, just because she doesn't really like dog treats. Dude, when you take your mom to Costco, you take your whole gaming laptop set up with you because you stayed there for hours. That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah. No, my mom doesn't really... For her job, she spends a lot of time in grocery stores. Not necessarily Costco, but grocery stores. I don't think she does demos at Costco's, actually, but grocery stores. And for this reason, she's gotten to a point where she doesn't really dilly-dally at any point. She knows what she wants, she's in and out, and she does not like lingering. Especially when she knows that I'm waiting in the car. There was one time she left me in the car as a kid, and I didn't have a watch at that point in time, and I didn't have a watch or a phone at that point in time, and I was reading a book, and I finished my book, and then because I had nothing to entertain myself, suddenly I was just like, had no way of telling the time, because car's turned off, so there's no clock. Didn't have a watch, didn't have a phone, didn't have a way to contact my mom, and I just became convinced that she'd abandoned me because suddenly time felt like it was moving very slowly. And I left the car and found someone and was calling my mom and started crying and hyperventilating, and my mom felt really bad. She wasn't even in there for very long. I think she was in there for like 15 minutes. It was just me being a small child with anxiety. And ever since then, I don't know if I'm sure she remembers it, but it seems like ever since then she feels a lot more guilty leaving me alone in the car. At Costco specifically. At least I had a book. You remember a time you stayed in the car alone for like 4 hours without anything? I mean, I finished my book, though. I don't think my mom realized how close I was to finishing the book when she left. I was on the last chapter. I only had a couple pages left. I remember the book I was reading too. Well, I remember the series. It was either... It wasn't the Golden Compass. It was either the Silver Knife or the Amber Spyglass. I want to say it was probably the middle one. The Silver Knife. His Mortal Instruments. That's when you start counting off the seconds with a horn. Yeah, I'm sure that would have gone well. You love reading gory dark fantasy books? I guess that series was gory. It wasn't super, it was dark, definitely. The Subtle Knife, you're right, the Subtle Knife. Again, this is before I had a phone, which means I got a phone when I was in middle school. So... I don't remember if I got a phone in 8th grade or 7th grade, so it was probably when I was like 11 or 12. I was quite young at this point. So, long time ago. I haven't reread those books. I've thought about rereading them. I think I may have reread the first one, but not the second one, because I don't want to. Those were good books. I wouldn't mind rereading them again. If I am into this type of books, check out Goblin Slayer. It's funny at times, but it's crazy dark at other times. I don't really read as much as I used to. When I read, it's pretty much always the same thing. Not good books. Trashy books that are brain candy and numb my brain to the harshness of reality. If it's difficult to read in any way, I don't have the attention span for it anymore. It's quite sad. I used to read for just hours and hours and hours. And now I struggle to read anything. Even my trashy books that are super easy brain candy that I could read in my sleep. The one I'm reading right now is so bad. It's so bad. Guys, it's so bad. I read a section of it to a friend and they responded with, "Oh, what a terrible day to have ears." I'm not even, Yeah. Actually, I may have given up. I've been waiting for myself to give up on it because the writing is just so terrible. It's so bad. I cannot believe that this is, I've been just waiting for myself to give up on it. Oh, no, it's not the Twilight series. The writing in this is worse than the Twilight series. Significantly worse. The Twilight series blows this book out of the water. It blows it out of the water. It is like the Twilight series. This book makes the Twilight series look like it's got lots of depth, very complicated characters, extremely eloquent vocabulary, an entire team of editors looking out for typos and redundant words and misuse of words and grammar issues, and just an entire team of editors for the Twilight. Just, it makes the Twilight series look phenomenal. Anyways, I don't think I've read it at all today, which means that I might have finally given up on it and I can move on to something that's not as bad. The reason you're in love with Goblin Slayer is because it inspired an RPG tabletop game that the author decided to write his RPG tabletop games into actual novels, and it was inspired by an RPG tabletop game that the author decided to write his RPG tabletop games into actual novels, and he does it in a very unique way. Oh, that's awesome! That does sound very interesting. Maybe, yeah, I'll look into it. Like I said, I read pretty much one genre at this point. I mean, fantasy. That's part of it. His game, It's very dark. Dark is good. I do find dark fantasy to be more interesting. Game adventures turned into novels. That is really cool. That is a cool concept. I don't know. I'll make a note and maybe I'll look into it. I really do miss reading good stories, honestly. However, if I were to start reading actual books again, I have books on this shelf right here. I have 2 different books by Neil Gaiman, actually 3 different books by Neil Gaiman that I've been wanting to read for years now that are on this shelf. I have 2 books by Stephen King that are on this shelf that I've been wanting to read. There's another one. I can't remember who it's by, but my old roommate gave me the book, and then we had a falling out, and he never asked for it back. I never read it either, but I still have the book. We had similar tastes in reading, so I trust that the book is good. It's right there. Yeah. I have so many books on this shelf that I want to read, that I've been wanting to read for a while now. When I do reread these books, it's like, or when I do read books from this shelf, it's usually rereading books from my childhood. And if I'm rereading, I'm usually able to maintain focus on it, since I already, like, it's not really taking in new information. It's easier for me to focus on it, which is nice, but I'd like to read new things that aren't trash. Who's Goblin Slayer by? We were talking about goblins capturing adventurers alive and do unspeakable things. Oh, that does sound very dark. You'd have always have a reading stream that would give you the incentive to... I can't technically do that. I did look into doing something like that, where I would just read books on stream, but unless it's public domain, I wouldn't be able to publish the VODs, or that is copyrighted. Like, that's a copyright infringement. Kumo Kaku. Goblin Slayer. Okay, I just made a note for it. Maybe I'll look into it at some point. No promises, though. I'm not going to promise anything. I've warned you that I don't really read new, good books anymore. The Murderbot series? Alright, go ahead and pitch it. There is a lighter anime version of it, but the books are so much better. It's cool. I mean, if there's an anime version of it, I might be more likely to watch that. It's easier for me to focus on watching things. And I'm actually in between shows right now. Actually, no, I'm not in between shows. I did start a show last night. But it's, a short show that was canceled after 1 season. So, I'll be between shows soon, probably. Side note, who here's seen Encanto? I've seen it a couple different times now, and every time I see it, I'm impressed by it. Like, it's so good. I know it's it's cheesy and a kid's movie, but the songs in it and the story and the animation, I just really liked Encanto. I really like it. Every time I see it, I know that this is a childish thing to admit, but every time I see it, I tear up a little bit. At a couple different points. Yeah. I watched it twice last week. Once because I was just watching it on my own, and then later that day because I was gonna watch a movie with a friend and they didn't know what to watch, so I was like, hey, have you ever seen Encanto? Because it was on my mind. So I watched it twice in one day last week. And then I was considering suggesting it to my parents because my parents haven't seen it. And I was considering watching it again last night, but then I decided I watched it twice last week. I should wait a couple months before watching it again. Or at least, you know, till next month. The other reason you like Goblin Slayer is because the main character don't give any F's about the world. There's like a whole battle between Demon Army versus the others to decide the fate of the world, and the main character gives 0 F's about the battle. He only kills goblins. Nice. Gotta love a main character with morals that are possibly questionable, but also great. Murderbot is a construct that is basically a cyborg, but the brain was never a human being to begin with. It's intelligent, but definitely does not identify as human. So it's like AI probably isn't the right word. It's kind of like the AI life form from Ender's Game, maybe? Murderbot has overridden the commands that keep it subservient, but keeps doing its job because that lets it watch the entertainment streams. Interesting. How's my stream doing, by the way? To me, it looks... Oh, did it just... To me, it looks like it's okay, but it's also... It does look like it's dropped a couple frames. So how's the quality? Murderbot. Who's it by? Fourth date? Wait, what? Okay, so it is choppy. I was on my computer working on stream stuff with Urkamus before I streamed. Usually I reboot, but it looked like my computer was doing okay. If I need to, I can reboot my computer, and hopefully that will make it chill out, because usually that helps. Choppy, but it's okay. So it is acting up. If it gets bad, please let me know and I'll just reboot my computer. It might end up ending the stream, but that's okay. Oh! Another thing that happened today! Since I was talking about how I went to Costco and the vet with my mom and my dogs. Well, this actually wasn't Costco. This was from Vaughn's, which was next to the vet. My mom got me this. It's a duck. It's a stress toy. And look, it lights up. Isn't this thing great? Another duck for my collection! Obviously I needed more. I needed more ducks. I always need more ducks. There have been hiccups on your end, but then again your Windows is updating in the background. Fair enough. Well, for me, it says dropped for dropped frames for the network is 5.6%, which is not super high. That's for the entire stream, so from start to finish, start to now. So that's not super high, but it's also more than usual. If it gets higher, let me know. The duck's roommate! Oh my gosh, you've seen that! For the record, I liked ducks before I saw that, and the reason I've seen that video is because someone who knows that I collect ducks sent that to me, and it just made me so happy. Do you guys want to see that video? That video is so good. It is so funny. It's so funny. That's a very good video. This is honestly the stress toy that I've been needing, because I've mentioned a couple times that I need a new fidget toy, because either I fidget with this, which is my broken necklace that has sharp edges and I always end up stabbing myself with it, or I'll fidget with this, which are a pair of needle-nosed tweezers that have sharp edges and I always stab myself with it. Not as badly, but still. I used to have just a razor blade that was right here, and I would fidget with that as well. I've yet to cut myself. Actually, I've yet to, like, actually hurt myself with anything real. I have managed to jam the sharp edges of this underneath my thumbnail several times, but that's the only time I've actually hurt myself from these fidget toys. However, I have been needing a fidget toy that isn't loud, but won't hurt me. So, here we are. This is what I've been needing. We'll see how long it takes before I pop it, but I have hope. Can you guys hear it, by the way? It looks like you can. You can hear it. Is it distracting? I didn't almost drop it on the keyboard. But look! It lights up! How cool is that? How cool is that? Is it distracting? Damn, I really had hope that this was the perfect fidget toy. Because I know that whenever I used to fidget with this one right after I got it, and people said that it was distracting. Ah. The giant. Oh, have you seen Accent? Have you seen My Giant Duck? I think I've definitely told that I like my two things with ducks, because I do have two things with ducks, and they're separate but also not separate because they've combined. Where I started collecting ducks because when I went to the pediatric dentist, they would let me collect a toy, and they always had different ducks, and then I just started collecting different ducks, and then I had a rubber duck collection. Twilight, hello, welcome in. And then also, do you know the duck song? Duck walked into the lemonade stand, and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bump, 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 got any grapes?" That one. So, when I was in my first freshman year of high school, one of my classmates was humming a song, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool song." And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's my sister's and I's sibling relationship song." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So I went home and I asked my brother, "Hey, what do you think our sibling relationship song should be?" And he said, without even hesitating, without even thinking about it, without hesitating or needing to think about it, here I am, I'm already playing with these sharp tweezers again. He immediately just responded with the duck song. And now we get each other duck stuff for Christmas and birthdays. That's, yeah. Because we, actually, we don't annoy each other, really. Ever since we started getting along, we've gotten along. Like, we'll get on each other's nerves sometimes, I think, but for the most part, we are, like, I would consider him one of my close friends. Because we have each other's back. We don't really fight or get on each other's nerves very much, especially now that we're adults. And we definitely love each other a lot. But it's just kind of us being mean to each other in a friendly way by saying that we're both annoyed. Like, I say he's the annoying duck and he says I'm the annoying duck. Yeah. So yeah, those are my two different things with ducks. Now I just have a lot of duck stuff. Like, the things that I collect are rubber ducks. Typical rubber ducks. But then now I just get duck things. Like, I've got my duck collection, and then I've just got, like, duck things. I've got so many I lost my duck flash drive, and I'm very sad about it. I think I know where it is, but I couldn't find it last time I looked. You hear it. Don't hear it well, but you can hear it. What is there? Streamer? Wow, I forgot to keep scrolling. I was like, wow, no one's chatting. Is there a streamer you only see the duck? That's fair. This is the only thing that matters. Not really paying attention. Tabletop art. Okay, nice. Well, it's distracting when it flashes. That's fair. But as long as it's not... Like, the sound part is what I'm concerned about. Not the flashing part. The sound part. That's why I stopped fidgeting with this one, is because it was too loud. And whenever I was fidgeting with it, people would ask me what it was. No, the new thing is barely audible. The other one takes over the sound. Okay, yeah. Happy Vampire Day. Hello! Happy Vampire. Wait, why Vampire Day? Because was Saint Valentine a vampire? I'm just gonna. Oh, I have a story about my mom and Valentine's Day, by the way. On top of just spending Valentine's Day with my mom today. But Valentine's Day, for anyone that doesn't know and hasn't heard me say this during my stream already, Valentine's Day is the anniversary of when Saint Valentine was tortured and then publicly executed. Romance. So, happy Valentine's Day. Happy celebrating... I guess technically we're celebrating the life of Saint Valentine. We're probably not celebrating the execution of Saint Valentine, because he did seem like a pretty solid dude from the little bit of research I did. That's what Valentine's Day is. The date of when he was executed. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Yep. And yet he doesn't buy you Baldur's Gate. Wait. Oh my gosh, Marine Blizzard. I wouldn't ask him to buy me something like that. And honestly, the gift he got me for my birthday this year is like really, really nice. Did somebody say, great Zeeks, hello? Wow, I'm very behind on chat, I think. So the very next day, is the duck really annoying though? Yes. In the music video, absolutely. You mean ducks are freaking adorable, right? They have a pet duck? Oh, nice! Long time ago. That's awesome. God. Next time he's going to be a werewolf. No, you just simply don't celebrate V-Day, and Vampire Day is so much cooler. That's very fair! So the story about my mom and Valentine's Day, this was... I don't think it was last year. I think it was 2 years ago. Because I told this story last year on Valentine's Day. But... So... A couple years ago, on Valentine's Day, my mom got everyone cards. She got my grandparents' Valentine's Day cards. She got my dad a Valentine's Day card. She got my brother and his girlfriend a Valentine's Day card. And I was the only single person at that point in time. And she didn't want me to be left out. So she got me a card. But then she also didn't want she didn't want to write, she was going to write Happy Single Awareness Day, but then she thought that that would just be mean and kind of rubbing it in my face that I was single. So then after thinking about it for a very long time, she eventually just got me a card and wrote Happy Day. And I thought that that was really cute of her. That was very sweet. Uh-oh. What was that? This content is no longer available. Everything in the universe is either is or is not a duck, by the way. Yes. Just when it doesn't work. I noticed that. You think the duck is just suffering from depression-induced memory loss and thus is unable to recall if the store has grapes? I think he's just an asshole. Because it's not a store, it's a lemonade stand. And then when he goes to... When he threatens to glue the duck to a tree, the next day he remembered to ask, do you have any glue? Before asking for grapes. He's just being an asshole. Don't try and excuse, like, that is too clever, that is definitely remembering. He's just being an asshole. And you know what? This world has a place for assholes, so that's okay. He's found his place. His place is with the assholes. But don't try and excuse him for being something that he's not. He's not, he's doing this on purpose. Obviously Scrooge's duck. Let me get the duck that he got me for Christmas like 2 or 3 years ago, the really big one, just so you could see that. And then, you know what? We might look up that one, that video, the one that I was mentioning that has the roommate, the one, yeah, the roommate. Hang on. Okay, so the year beforehand, he went to all of the toy stores in town, and they all were sold out on ducks. So he gave me this attached with a note that said, hello, my name is Mr. Duck. Your brother went to all of the stores in San Diego, and none of them had any duck toys, so I hope you'll accept me. I'm Mr. Duck. So this is Mr. Duck. And then the next year, he got me this one. Bought in advance online. And I have named it Mr. Eagle. So this is Mr. Eagle, and this is Mr. Duck. And I have to say, as much as I love them both, because I do love them both, this one is so inconvenient because it takes up so much space. There's no room for a duck of this size. I'm gonna go put it back in the corner that it has been shoved into. Okay. You think the duck is actually a victim? No, you don't. You're just being a troll. We all know it. You're just being a troll. You'd have that on your... It's next to my bed. It doesn't really... It always ends up falling off the side of my bed, and then it's just on the floor. So it's kind of wedged into, like... The way my... Let's say that this is my room. Actually, I want to draw this so you can see. If this is my room, and this is my bed, and this is the wall, it gets shoved into this corner. Between my wall and the bed, that is its space. It still takes over part of my bed because it's still very big, but it's not taking over my entire bed and headspace. Because I share my bed with all of my other pillows and my dog, who wants to sleep where I am. Doesn't matter where I'm sleeping, she wants to sleep where I am. The ducks are coming. Of Little Nuns? It's a comic? I do not know. You are not able to post links if you're not a mod. You can post it in my Discord though if you would like. Probably in memes. I'm not drawing blueprints to my entire room, just like the bed and wall space. I'm not that good of an artist. You search up Schrodinger's duck and that's what... Interesting. Well, this is... I don't even have a name for this one. What should I name this one? I actually, like, I don't name most of my ducks, but I feel like this one deserves a name, because he's just... What are the... Do the little ash demons in... From the Studio Ghibli comics, do those have actual names? Puffer duck, that's a good one. Sit, sprite. I'm gonna name him Lion, because he kind of looks like a dandelion flower. So this is Lion. He lights up. He's very eccentric. Yeah. This is my... Made for me? Interesting. I would not expect a comic called Little Nuns to be made for me. Oh, it makes my camera light go nuts. In a bad way? Should I stop doing that on camera? Suzu Watari? Yeah, I'm not gonna call it that. But thank you. You know, Cleo has not moved since she came into my room and went on my bed. She hasn't responded to me saying the B word, which obviously is beach, or the V word, which is vet, or walk, treats, food, Cleo, bitch. She has not responded to any of these words. Leash. No, I think the stress of going to the vet and getting treats and love from the vet. No, she didn't have an appointment. We're trying to desensitize her to going to the vet so that next time we take her to get her shots, I don't have to give them to her, because that's what happened last time. I was the only one who could get close enough. So they gave like oral versions or the nose versions and had me do it, and it still took like an hour. And I still needed help, but I was the only one that could get close enough to do it. So we're trying to desensitize her, and we took her to the vet just to have her go there, and everyone there gave her love and pets and gave her treats, and she was so stressed that she wouldn't take the treats from the receptionist for the first half hour we were there. By the time we left, she would take the treats, but she was not enthusiastic about it. That is telling me to stop flashing? That's, yeah, I guess so. This is a... Am I doing Twitch right? Am I doing Twitch right if... I don't want to say that too loud. Am I even doing Twitch right if my chat is telling me to stop flashing the camera? I don't think I'm doing Twitch right. Sweet dreams, Goose. Thank you for hanging out and lurking. I appreciate you being here. Oh, there we go. I guess, should I worry about this for people who have epilepsy? Anyways, if there's anyone who's epileptic and watching right now, close your eyes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all have been flashed. Oh, I spelled something wrong there. Oh well. It's not nearly as crazy as the flashlight. Okay, that's good to know. The flashlight is more consistent though, the duck thing just confuses the camera. Also makes sense. I've noticed that if I show something to the camera that's... What was it that I was showing off at one point? I was showing something to the camera. Maybe it may have even been this. No, this isn't big enough. I was showing something to the camera and it was white and it took up a good portion. Like I may have just been showing like a box maybe? Just something to the camera that was like bigger and white, and it would throw off the light balance of the camera and make everything else in the frame darker because it thought that there was just like a lot of light on the screen, and it would just annoy me. So I think this camera gets confused easily. I've been considering going back to my old camera, which didn't flicker and definitely seemed a little less spooky, I guess. Because even with this one, I've learned how to adjust the settings so that it, like, colors show up more. And there's a chance that I could do that with the old camera that I used to use. I've been considering doing that. And I just, like, I think about it and then I don't do it. So that's why it hasn't happened yet. Oops.
Are you sure about that?
Am I sure about what? Oh, Windows Explorer just crashed, taking out the start menu. Firefox is still running, so at least you can watch stream. Yay! Do you use Windows Explorer still? Didn't Windows Explorer get replaced with Edge? learned recently, as in today, earlier today, that apparently Firefox requires less resources from a computer than Google Chrome does. Which I've been using Google Chrome whenever I have to use Guest Star, and now I'm considering switching to Firefox because I didn't realize that running Google Chrome required more resources than running Firefox. Windows Explorer, the file manager. Oh! Windows, okay. Not Internet Explorer. Gotcha. My bad. Interesting. Do you think that's from the update? Problem is most people use Chrome, so many websites don't support Firefox quite as well. So I use Edge because Microsoft Edge literally pays you. I mean, not directly, but when you use Microsoft Edge, you accumulate points, which you can literally use to get gift cards, which are money. I've used Microsoft Edge points several times to redeem Amazon gift cards so that I can make purchases online. It's like you have to use it a lot, but you can literally, like, they're paying you to use it. So yeah, of course, if they're, yeah. So that's why I use Microsoft Edge. However, Microsoft Edge is not supported by Guest Star, so Guest Star only runs on Firefox and Google Chrome. So whenever I use Guest Star, I already had Google Chrome installed because that's what I used to use. So that's just Google Chrome is what I've been using for Guest Star, and now that I know that Firefox requires less resources, I might just install Firefox and start using that instead. Edge uses a Chromium base, so it's almost just like Chrome. Well, Google Chrome doesn't pay me to use it. Your Windows install is crap, so it fucks up every time. Every time Windows Update decides to do anything. Yay! That sounds like so much fun. Your kid disowned you? I'm assuming in-game. Like your kid's character disowned your character? By the way, is this still the evil character that killed your entire party? In real life. Well, that's quite unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. On Valentine's Day, no less. After you guys went on a father-daughter date. You told her you were adopted, dad joke. Oops. It sounds like you guys have a good relationship. It's good to hear. God, I love this duck so much. I could just... And you guys will let me know if this sound is annoying, right? Because again, like, if it is annoying, I'll just go back to risking stabbing myself with tweezers. But if it's not annoying, this is so much more entertaining. One day I will probably end up popping it, but... Legitimately disowned family members. I have certain family members that... There's no one in my direct family that I would disown. But there's certain family members that I openly among my direct family. Like, not to... There's one family member in particular. And I actively avoid this family member because I just... do not respect her. And every time I start to respect her, she does things that make me go back to not respecting her. And then right now she's getting her act together again, and I'm withholding judgment for now. It would be one thing if she was just a wreck and it was her being a wreck, but she just went through like a pretty gnarly custody battle for her kids. And then as soon as she won the custody battle, which gnarly custody battle for her kids, her ex-husband was an alcoholic wreck. So like that was the right call, and the amount of effort that she went into to getting her kids back definitely like made me respect her again. And then as soon as she got the kids back, she fell into her old ways, and I was like, there we are. Can't, like, the kids deserve better. The kids deserve better. So yeah, I do have a family member that I openly do not associate, openly among my family members, don't associate with her because she just annoys me so much. You learned to be your best friend more than being her parent, and it is amazing. I'm really glad to hear that. Your daughter had a penguin that chimes when you rocked it back and forth. Oh, that's cute. You still have it because it's so good. That's really cool. Sometimes they do or say things you hate with a passion, but you can't bring yourself to cut contact with them. Cut off all contact. I mean, as long as you're able to set healthy boundaries, or you are working to set healthy boundaries, that's what matters. If they're not toxic enough that it requires cutting them out entirely, I don't think that you should. But of course, like, I don't know your life and I don't know your relationship, so just, you know, do whatever you think is best for yourself. But if you're able to set healthy boundaries or think that you will be able to one day, I think that's definitely worth working towards or putting work into. For you, when your wife passed away, your kid was a couple days old, so you were going to put her up for adoption and end it. Then all it took was one smile for her to make you change your plan. Oh, well, I'm really glad that she smiled, and that you guys have such a healthy relationship. I'm sorry that you went through that, though. Having someone to care for, I think, definitely does help with mental health. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's been over an hour already. I should get to the game. Also, I owe hydrates from the beginning of the stream when I said that I just brushed my teeth, so I was gonna wait 5 minutes. You still respect them a lot for the help and the things that they do right. Well, that's good to know. I mean, that's good to hear. I'm glad that sounds like their heart's in the right place at least. Is that a good place for that? Or is it just sort of distracting and scary? I tried hanging it from this string that I have here still, but it didn't really work very well. Okay, okay. Let's see, what are the things that I need to do? Oh, I was gonna show you guys the roommate duck video. Okay. There's that.
Hey guys, I got into quite a bit of trouble recently with my my flatmates. Don't you call them flatmates here? Do you call them roommates, right? Yeah. Okay. So I got in trouble with well, she messaged me and she said, James, would you mind taking your clothes that are drying in the bathroom and moving them into your bedroom? Take your clothes that are drying in the bathroom, move them to your bedroom because my mum's coming over. She hasn't met you before. She hasn't seen the place we live before.
This is
I want
James
a good impression.
Veitch
So
or
I did that. I
Veitch.
took all my clothes that are drying in the bathroom and I put them in my bedroom. And they were still a bit wet as well, so hero. But then it transpires, guys, all you need is like, what is that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of flour and like an afternoon and a little bit of creativity. And you could pretty much make yourself like a full-on...
If it's flour and it's being shown that it's flour, I won't get in trouble for drug references, right? Because there's some heavy drug references that are about to happen. It's not real drugs. It's a joke. Looks like real drugs, but they're not real drugs. Is this against TOS if I show this? I just remembered this. Justinian, hello. I mean, I can't really cut it from the VOD. Unless, like, I could cut it from the VOD when I upload it to YouTube, but I can't really cut it from the VOD just 'cause. Usually, if there's, like, music or something that would be copyrighted, then it mutes the VOD. Okay. For people wondering, he makes it look, for when her parents visit, he makes it look like it's a cocaine den, with flour in, like, lines and stuff, and a black notebook that has written on it, people who owe me for drugs that I sold them. And there's, like, scales and stuff. And it's flour, but it like, flour looks like drugs. It is very funny. I would recommend looking it up on your own time, but I also do not want to get my account shut down for something that does very much look like drugs. Okay. I think that this part would be okay to show because it's just the notebook. Maybe. Can I go? Nope, nope.
for drugs, that I sold them. And then, you know, that was, I mean, I'll be honest, you have already enjoyed that far more than she did. But the thing is that I don't know where the line, I don't know where to, like, stop, you know what I mean? Basically, that was just a precursor to what happened next, which is when I first moved in there to that shared accommodation.
Apparently it was a red book, not a black book.
Meeting with all the housemates, and we sat around and they told me all the rules and stuff. And then they said, look, James, we've got these little boxes that we got from IKEA that we keep our toiletries in, and we've cleared one out for you. And I was like, hooray. But I don't have any toiletries. So what I ended up doing was just basically, I just
Imagine not having any toiletries. No toothpaste.
And then the problem is every time I went in there, I would start to kind of like rearrange them. Do you know what I mean? I was having a great time. And then this is genuinely happened. And then, you know, one day I got like narrative, you know, I got more like a chase scene was kind of, you know, happening. And then after like 4 to 5 months, they started to develop their own kind of, you know, religion based around the kind of different aspects of the kind of, you know. And then honestly, it was beautiful. They had a wedding. That was such, honestly, that was such a beautiful day. We were so lucky with the weather. Everyone looked amazing. It was really beautiful. And then, Halloween. from 6 to 8 months down the line, they started to get very sophisticated. They started to develop their own kind of culture, like entertainment. They started to make their own kind of movies. There's a few blockbusters. This was beautiful. It was like, do you know what I mean? It was a really lovely, it was a lovely moment. It was. Oh, there's more. Wait. Tragic. The problem is that I got more. I started to make it seem as if they were like generating from the drain, you know what I mean? And then the problem is, I don't know if you know this, guys, but if you go online, right? If you go online, you can actually get these like you can buy these wholesale from China.
I'll pause it for this. I'm already this is too loud. Alright, this is better. Looks like a couple more seconds and then we'll continue. And then we will get to the game, and hopefully today we will unlock dragons and then go back to not doing the main quest. Mess with the loud thing? Why? It's not necessarily that I want to, it's just there. Alright, looks like the ads are over.
This genuinely happened. This is... I had a lot of time. And what I did is I staged Nuremberg in the bath. This got me into significant trouble. This was not good. That was when I got the message, James, we need to talk about the duck. That's not a message anyone wants to get. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, the duck, because I always be denying the duck. I was just denying the duck. You know? And she said, the bathroom duck. So I was like, the bathroom duck? She said, the duck's in the bathroom. I was like, oh, those ducks.
Sucks.
What about them? She said, please stop. I was in a rush this morning, but I couldn't shower until I'd moved like 100 tiny ducks.
Those weren't even
that.
tiny ducks. Those were
no
just
more tiny
ducks.
I'll be honest, some of you have spotted that loophole far quicker than she. She did not see this coming. This hit her like a ton of bricks. I was not, you know. Huh?
Oh, massive. What do you mean? Where, how, wow, why? Collab, hello, welcome in. You think what you're doing is funny? A bit.
She said, I'm away this weekend. By the time I get back, I want all ducks. I mean, to be fair to her, it was getting quite hard to move around the flat. There were a significant number of ducks. And I said, look, can I have one duck in the bathroom?
What?
And she said, one.
You give them an inch and they take a mile. That is a threatening smile. Oh. God, goals. You're insane. Quackers.
Thank you, everyone. Fantastic. Thank you so much. James Lee, friends and gentlemen.
So yeah, this dude is funny and I would recommend checking him out. At some point. Been playing Morrowind. How are you liking that, Caleb? We were watching a comedy skit about this dude who had a roommate that just didn't have the same sense of humor as him. When she told him that her parents were coming over and asked that he like move his laundry out of the room, out of the laundry, like move all of his laundry and stuff into his room. He did, and then he also bought like 8 pounds of flour and then made it look like he was selling drugs out of the living room with the flour, and had a notebook that had written on it, people that owe me money for drugs that I sold them. And she didn't find that funny. I don't know why. And then, like, that's how it started. I didn't show that part on stream because I was a little worried that even though it's flour, they were not real drugs. I was worried that TOS would not like the imagery. And then it moves on to the part that we actually watched it for, which was the ducks. And, he just started, messing with his flatmates, because he's British, by hoarding ducks in the bathroom, and she was not entertained. So it's a funny skit. You could just look up bathroom ducks roommate and it'll probably come up. His name is James Veach. We have to talk about the ducks. The ducks? The bathroom ducks. The bathroom ducks, the ducks in the bathroom. Ah, those ducks. Heretic, hello, welcome in. You miss old late night shows? Were we watching a late night show? Wait, what? Did something I do make you think of late night shows? Hi. It's pretty good. It's a good one. And relevant to, me, since I collect ducks. But I have to say, the roommate was like, yeah, no more tiny ducks in the bathroom. And I have to say that those are not tiny ducks. Those were just normal, like, regular-sized ducks. Where's my tiny duck? I have a tiny duck that used to be up here, and I can't find it because it is tiny, and it gets lost frequently. Okay. I'm not finding it today. I do have 400 versions. You know, it's right over there. I bought 400 of them to prank my brother with. So, hang on. I'll go show you guys the tiny ducks. These are tiny ducks. Interviewers of a tech company that made an arcade game, they made other stuff like that. You're waiting for Sky Oblivion, what is that? You have a video of this insane story like this, you shall have to refind it and post it in the Discord. That would be awesome. Let me know when you do. They made a giant NES controller. It's a coffee table, but you actually work with NES controller you can play games with. You can see it at giantcontroller.com. They took a picture of it with a banana for scale, and I was like, wait, you missed an obvious joke here. The ducks. So you bought them a giant 6-foot inflatable banana. Hoarding duck hordes. Anyways, now that I've got one out. This is a tiny duck. This is a normal sized duck. This is a tiny duck. Note the difference. Oh, also you guys should, I thought you guys would be entertained to know that I was overhearing my brother and my mom on the phone today, and I listened to my mom talk to my brother about how, what she actually said was, whenever she cards people, she always cards guys with beards because she knows that her son, if he were to shave off his beard, he would look like he was 15. And his older sister still looks 15. And I thought you guys would be entertained to hear that. You have a duck in the bathroom? You got big problems? I disagree. I think that if you have ducks in the bathroom, that's a good sign. Reading was on Conan O'Brien. He was. But, okay. Late night TV shows. Gotcha. I see. There's some big ducks. They are. Of course he did. Morrowind is hard. The combat and skill system is really different than other editions. Even Daggerfall, the previous one, was easier. Is Morrowind a Elder Scrolls game? Did someone get this girl a proper gamer chair? One day. But a proper gamer chair, I couldn't sit here like a gremlin. You can't even tell, like I'm sitting like a gremlin right now. Yeah, I'm just crouching here, like a gremlin. And this is just how I sit most of the time. Those ducks aren't small, they're actually normal size. In fact, exactly. Joking ahead. Sky Oblivion is a project being worked on by a group of Skyrim fans. They are building Oblivion game into a mod and making it playable inside Skyrim. Lit. Looks like a giant duck and a micro duck tube. Makes sense. They've been working on it for years now. Yep, that is what my mother said in front of me to my little brother. That apparently she says to random strangers. That her 28-year-old daughter still looks 15. Yay. Okay, now that that has all been settled, let me... Randy, guys. Randy buys a bookshelf off Gumtree in memes. I'll make sure to check that out later. That could be, a lot of things. Better than being 28 and looking 50. That is a good point. Fair enough. Okay. Let me... What am I wanting to do right now? I want to get the Twitch chat overlay up and running. No. Oh, come on. What? Oh, this is BS. It's making me re-log in to my Twitch chat overlay that I use so that I can see chat on stream. It's making me do this because it wants me to go to the newer version, since the people who made it just came out with the newer version. But the newer version, I checked it out and it's not as good. It's glitchy. It doesn't work as well. But now that they're trying to get people to use the newer version, they're making me re-log in, I guess, every time. Which you need to get your channel ID to do this, which means I need to open up a website to help have it do that for me. Okay, there we go. I think that worked. I just re-logged into that not long ago. I will be very annoyed if this is every single time, considering the newer version is glitchy. And if anyone doesn't know about Randy Feltface, go watch Randy Writes a Novel. I have not heard of that. Gumtree is Australia. Oh! I did not know that. Morrowind is 3rd edition, good to know. Is Australian, I did not know that. You don't have gray hairs. I mean, some people go gray early, and I feel like a lot of people can pull it off. If there shouldn't be so much discrimination against it. Just got here. I mean, I've been live for almost 2 hours at this point. The only reason you know about Gumtree is Randy Feltface. And if anyone doesn't know about Randy Feltface, go watch Randy Writes a Novel. I have not heard of Randy Feltface. Okay, I'll check him out. Not right now though, because I need to get to the game. Actually, why are you... No, why are you resetting video stuff? What? Okay. This is annoying. Will do, Axon. Thank you for doing that, 3D. Okay, you guys can see. That is good. I think I'm gonna use the restroom before I actually get started. Take a quick break. Wait, why are you... This looks like... Do I need to adjust the size of this layer? Why are you... It's one of the things I do not like about OBS. It seems to do this pretty frequently. It just randomly decides, today I will make you readjust everything. For no reason. Just cause, you know, you're beginning to take things for granted. Alright, that's better. That's good enough. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna get out of the music. Probably get out of this too, actually. And then I'm going to take a quick break, use the restroom, put these ducks away, and then we will start the game. After, I mean, at that point, we'll be very close to 2 hours. So, okay. BRB. Thank you everyone for bearing with me. I can make it. I can make it.
So, because
Y'all can say whatever you want and I can't hear you.
Fuck. And we're just talking about curse words and she can't even hear us making combinations of crass swear words. Teddy will think that we're completely appropriate and we're being wildly inappropriate and crass. How dare we? She'll never know. And she's very good at this. Let me just say. she's not
Motherfucker.
listening.
I can hear you again, by the way.
Oh. I didn't know you could hear us again. Never mind.
Sorry to get a little intense right at the end of this stream. I hope you all have a really lovely rest of your day or night or whatever it is wherever you are. My next stream should be on Thursday when I will be continuing my attempt at genocide at a genocide run during Undertale. Yeah, it's just the nature of the stream. So I hope you guys have a really lovely rest of your day or night or whatever it is wherever you are. Have a lovely Wednesday. And after I finish uploading everything, I'm going to sleep. So good night, everyone.
I'm gonna buy $50 of baklava and I'm gonna eat it when I'm sitting.
$50
I don't even feel bad about it. I feel great about it. Alright. Holy shawarma. Let's go Frenzy Fields.
Actually,
Jello
bought. Wait a second. I bought those today. I bought baklava.
Have you ever had a shawarma? Was it yummy in your tummy?
Be shawarma.
Kill myself.
No, Molly wanted chicken shawarma. Serena
what I
wanted.
want?
Still over Snapchat.
I had a dream that one day coconuts would be counted as mammals. Is that what you said?
I had a dream that at one point coconuts were considered mammals, I think is what I said.
Okay.
They're socks. You can't do this with boots. See, you can't do this with. I did these with socks because these are socks. Wait, so Necrotic, are you taking my side now? Yeah, the other ones are boots. They're very similar to slippers, which is why I wear them. They're very comfortable. But these are socks. Now, the other ones are boots because they have a rubber sole that will protect me if I were to step on a tack or something. These would not protect me. I jinxed myself. I intentionally didn't say it out loud, but I was like, it's really nice that I haven't seen a monster in a while, even though I'm... Fuck. Who was that? You're such an asshole. Thank you for the bits. No, because you put your hand. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. this try. There we go. At most 40.
A new challenger appears.
Rip Lady Daddy. Oh my god. I'm voting my own thing, but if it weren't my own thing, I would totally... I appreciate you making me look old, because I am old. Clearly.
The reigning champion wins ties. Next time, get more votes.
I am old. Okay, I'm back. Thank you everyone for being patient. Did I miss anything in chat? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. And away we go. Coming back to chat? You mean coming back to, like, do just chatting, or coming back to... I was checking chat. I mean, I know that you guys seem to not believe it, but it is. Okay. What is... Alright, actually... I need to change the settings on this chat overlay. Apparently now the chats are staying, they're not fading quickly enough, so I need to change that. Oh, they're not fading out at all. That would explain it. Alright. I don't remember what I used to have it as. What is that weird duck following me? Oh, that's just Charlotte. Severely mutated duck. Or mutated duck. Honestly, it's barely related to the duck family. It might not even be related to the duck family, but we could still call it a duck. Alright. I'll leave it at 2 minutes. I feel like I'll put it at 90 seconds. Okay, that should be good. I can always change it later if I choose to. You're not convinced with what? Retrieve the horn. Okay. Oh, right. There we go. It's like, why is this moving so slow? The Napa know-how. Need to play like a pro gamer and redo the same battle over and over for 4 hours? I mean, she and I did that together for Unravel. What's over here? Oh my god. It's all the way over there? Okay, so that's what they mean by the gates or whatever opening. Fuck, that opens Skyrim? Fuck is the point of this? Sure that's relevant to a quest eventually. Sweet dreams, Axan. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your night and sweet dreams. What is the Napa know-how? Oh, 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 oh. So I am able to use these freely, apparently. This one's equipped right now. I just want to see what happens when I use this. Will it work out in my favor? Absolutely not. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Honestly, I should have just let it kill me. Okay. Yes. Oh, it's this place. This fucking place. Did say I wanted to come back here and finish searching it. Where'd you
there.
Where is it? There it is.
Oh, sure I heard it. Where'd you come from?
It's coming. Don't you worry. Ryan, thank you for being here. Yeah, I didn't mean to come back to this place. I did mean to come back here at some point, but I didn't want to. How close am I to just being out of this godforsaken tower? Oh, by the way, save. Kill the snowman yet again. Haha. Well done. I'm honestly not that close. Evil Rafis, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Hello, hello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did my stream crash or did my game just freeze? Looks like my game froze. Why? Huh. Well, no, I don't think that... It looks like the stream is still doing this. Okay, we'll just, you know, while it figures it's... Okay. You know what? I'll just... My mouse is also not wanting to work, so we'll use hotkeys. Hello! Patio, welcome in! Nice to meet you! For the people who don't know who I am, I'm Lady Teddy. I am a variety streamer who's relatively new to gaming. I've only been playing video games for like a year and a half now. So that means that when I play a game, it's probably going to be a first playthrough for me, as is the case with Skyrim, which is what I'm playing right now. I've been playing, as you can see from my title, I've been playing Skyrim for 39 streams now, over 100 hours, and I finally decided last stream it was time to, like, start the main campaign, because it was getting inconvenient that I wasn't able to use shouts or fight dragons or, you know, do the things that you're supposed to do after doing the bare minimum of the main quest. So I'm just gonna get that part done, and then I'm just gonna go back to doing side quests and whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, this means I get to play old games, and it's entertaining for you guys, because nostalgia for, like, old games, first playthrough, yes, figuring things out. So on Wednesdays I normally play Skyrim. On Fridays, well, I have been playing Unravel 2 with Sammy Suze. We finished that. We might continue, like, trying to get some of the bonus stuff in it, but this coming Friday I'm going to be co-streaming with Sammy Suze and Urkamus, and we're going to be doing an Eldritch Horror dating sim. We're going to be racing it, and whoever gets the good ending last loses, and there's a punishment for losing. And on Mondays, probably go back to Alice Madness Returns. We'll see. We'll see what happens on Mondays. Oh, this is so weird. My computer's frozen. Patio, thank you for the follow. Okay, I missed what you were playing, Evil. I appreciate the raid. You were playing Resident Evil 5. How are you liking that? Did raid? I don't think it was the raid. Cause this has never happened from other raids. The game Skyrim is just weird. Supposed to blame, he's a legend, but breaks things. Fair enough. Okay, let's... This is really annoying. Will it let me save, at least? No, it's not gonna let me save. Okay, I need to... What are the hotkeys to reboot my computer? It's like Control U, or no. Control Alt U? Control... I don't remember what they were. Someone once taught me hotkeys that could be used to reboot my computer. Your raid did not crush my stream, don't worry. It's... Control Alt Delete. Oh. Oh, that is it. No. That's lock, switch user, sign out, task manager. I need to be able to use the mouse to get to the reboot thing. Which... Oh, there it is. Cool. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna be rebooting my computer. Hopefully I'm back within 90 seconds so it doesn't restart the stream. Otherwise, I will be coming back. So just hold tight and I'll be back within the next couple of minutes. 90 seconds means that it won't restart the stream. Plus, a couple times we've tested this, my computer has not made it. But, yeah. Timer's